Joining us right now on our Infinity of Denver VIP line is Broncos left guard Zane Beadles. Zane, it's Cecil Lammey. What's up, man?
What's up? Good morning.
Good morning, Zane. I appreciate you taking time out. Got in, 4 this morning? Is that right?
Yeah, I walked in my door at 5 a.m. this morning.
Wow. Holy cow. Again, I appreciate you joining the show. I guess to sum it up, this is what the preseason is for, right? You've got to learn where your weaknesses are and turn them into strengths. So, it's a learning process during this time in August.
Yeah, absolutely. You're never going to be as clean as you want to be in a preseason game. Obviously, you'd like to go out there and just be crisp and be on point, but that's what the preseason is for, is to work out those kinks. And, we moved the ball well yesterday offensively, but way too many turnovers. And, you go 0-4 in the turnover margin in this league, and you're not going to win very many ball games.
Yeah, and Foxy said that after the game. You've got to take care of that football. It's the most important thing on the football field. Now, Zane, I will say, in watching your pro career develop, you have strengthened your game, you've improved your game, and it really comes to strength at the point of attack, because you're also always known as a guy that played with like a nasty streak. But now you're really controlling players at the point of attack. What have you worked on during your time in the NFL, and who has helped you along the way to really improve your game and take it to the next level?
I've really worked on everything as a whole, but some of the more specific things, really focusing on taking care of my body and learning what it means to be a pro. Learning, that this season is a grind. So, taking care of your body is very important. I've worked on flexibility, worked on just technique overall, just trying to be consistent day in and day out with technique and everything that's involved with being an offensive lineman. And as an offensive lineman, it takes time to get that stuff down. And usually a guy's best years are in the middle of his career, and that's been big for me. The past couple off seasons, I've gone to Southern California and trained and really gotten in great shape in the off season and come in, and I think that's helped me a lot. Just the big thing for me is trying to improve every single day and every single year, and that's my focus.
Well, here on this show, all about giving back to the community, and I often say, Zane, football is life, but we'll be honest, in the grand scheme of things, what matters is giving back and being that positive influence, that positive force to everyone around you, to your friends, to your families, to strangers even. I always say that each one of us can be a spark for anyone else at any time, so always maintain that positivity. I'm proud to announce the launch of the Zane Beadles Parade Foundation. First off, tell us about the inspiration behind Zane's Parade and why you started this foundation to help out children.
As far as giving back, I think it's very important. I've been blessed to be in the position that I'm in, and I fully realize that it wasn't just me that got me here. There's lots of people that helped me along the way. So, I feel it's my duty to give back and to use the platform that I've received to do good in the world. And, I'm very excited to announce that my foundation has started. The inspiration for my foundation is really goes back to the things that I've been given and the experiences that I've been able to have through football. And I really want to be able to give experiences like that to people who would otherwise not be able to have them. Young people going through unfortunate situations, I want to be able to help those people have new experiences and really just enrich their lives with something that they wouldn't otherwise be able to have. And I've done a lot of work the past couple of years with Brent's Place out by Colorado Children's Hospital that provides safe, clean housing for kids going through cancer treatment. It's an amazing place that they are able to stay there while they're going through cancer treatments with their families. Safe, clean housing. It's approved by Colorado Children's Hospital. So to be able to give those kids some new experiences, and then I also work with an organization called CAVES that provides after-school engineering and math and SAT tutoring for underrepresented youth in the Denver area. and really gets those kids interested in science and technology fields, which I have a degree in mechanical engineering, so that hits close to home also.
Well, Zane, we know that, when you meet Broncos fans and kids that are battling cancer, and you're just such an inspiration to them, let's flip the script and talk about what an inspiration that those kids battling for their lives, fighting against cancer, having a cancer scare in my own family. I understand the nature of everything that you have to go through in that, but just to see these young people showing so much strength, how much of it is that an inspiration for you and what you do?
It's amazing to me. I'll get out to Brent's place every couple months or so just to visit and meet the families and stuff that are out there. And, the smiles that are on these kids' face day in and day out that are going through this tough time, it really puts life into perspective. And, it's a community of people out there going through this experience together, which is awesome for Brent's Place to be able to provide that for people that, there's these multiple families going through the same thing at the same time, and they can kind of be there as a support system for each other. And, that has really had a big impact on me and really helped me to try to live every day to the fullest.
The Zane Beadles Parade Foundation, inspiration. Can you tell us a little bit about Riker, the 7-year-old boy who was battling cancer that you met during your time as a college football player?
Yeah, so Riker was 6 years old at the time, had a brain tumor, knew he was going to die, and wanted to be buried in a Utah jersey.
Wow.
Which is, it's amazing for me, for a 6-year-old to know that and realize that at that young age. But we took him in and kind of adopted him on the team. He was around, come in the locker room and then be there for practices and be there for games and stuff. And he had a big impact on me, just seeing him going through that battle. And so after that, with combined with some cancer in my family, I knew I wanted to do something with kids and something with cancer. And that's how I found Brent's Place, just searching things in the Denver area, and that's the rest is history.
Well, there's a real power in coming together, a real power in a sense of community, and you talk about Brent's Place, which helps remove the financial and emotional burdens that often plague families while their children undergo cancer treatments. Can you talk about that like the group of people, the people at Brent's Place, the people working with your foundation now, the Zane Beadles Parade Foundation, and how, when we all come together, we can help each other through rough times?
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned it a little bit, the families that are going through the same things, the same experiences at the same time at Brent's Place, being able to be a support system for each other. I think is awesome, and that's one of the big things that really draws me to Brent's Place. And the ultimate goal probably for Zane Beadles Parade Foundation down the road is to be able to build more places like Brent's Place around the country. I've never heard of a place like it, and I think it's a huge resource for people, and I'd love to be able to give that to people around the country. As far as people coming together, I feel very fortunate with the board of directors that I've put together for my foundation. I'm amazed at how awesome things have gone to this point, and really it's a tribute to the people that have agreed to kind of help me out with this. And like I said, I feel very fortunate, and I'm excited for where this foundation can go, and I'm ready to get this thing rolling.
Foundation will host the inaugural event, Cakes for Cancer Pancake Breakfast, on Sunday, September 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Exdo Event Center in Denver. All the proceeds from the Pancake Breakfast, which is open to the public, will be gifted to the families of Brent's Place. So you want to make sure to check that out. And Zane, I usually reserve this question for the Scouting Combine, but I feel it's appropriate today in this interview and in the discussion that we're having. I always say, you're here, the spotlight is on you in the National Football League. Turn the spotlight around. And we've talked about Riker and the inspirations that you've had in starting your Zane Beadles Parade Foundation. From your family's perspective, when you had the idea of starting your own foundation and knew that, hey, I'm going to be at the pro level, I can really make that impact. Who was it around you, your friends, your family, that helped support you in this decision and really say, that's a great thing to do. That's a positive mark to leave?
It's been really my entire family. My parents brought me up, really instilling me that giving back is key. And like I said, I've been fortunate, and I've had a lot of people in my life that have helped me get to where I'm at. So giving back was a no-brainer for me. My family's been awesome with their support. They're excited. I'm having grandparents and parents and everybody that I can fly in for that first event, so they can kind of see what I've been up to all summer long and be there for that first experience that I'm going to have as an official foundation. And I'm excited to be able to bring that to them and for them to be able to see what's been going on.
Now, for me, Zane, I'm a defender of the Shield, as always, in covering the National Football League for a living. It kind of irks me off, to be honest, when so much negative publicity is out there on players or executives or coaches or whoever that get in trouble during the off season or the regular season. There's so much like this that goes on that needs to be reported more. And from your experience with college teammates, now your pro teammates, wouldn't you say that the players that take the time, there are so many players that do so much for the community, and it's something we really need to do a better job in the media of shining the spotlight on? Yeah,
from my experience here with the Broncos, which is all I have to go off at the pro level, we have a great group of guys. The organization is committed to giving back, and as a team as a whole, our guys are committed to giving back. And I was fortunate enough to receive the nomination for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award last year from the Broncos, which was a big surprise to me because of all the things that guys on our team do in the community. It's great to be around that. It rubs off on everyone and kind of creates a culture of giving back and being that type of person. And it is unfortunate that you don't hear enough about it. But the big thing is guys don't do it for that reason.
Right.
Guys do it because it's the right thing to do. Guys do it because it makes them feel good. And it really, you get as much back from it, if not more, than you put into it.
This is Game Time Decision with me, Cecil Lammey, on ESPN. On our Infinity of Denver VIP line, Zane Beadles, Broncos starting left guard for your Denver Broncos. Zane, I appreciate the time as always, especially given the fact that you just got home, essentially. Final question before I let you go, my man. I want you to kind of turn things around again and tell us about your feelings of Broncos country, because I've always said this relationship between the Denver Broncos and their fans, it's symbiotic. I mean, there are a few other teams like that, your Green Bays, et cetera, but not every team has that relationship that the Broncos have with their fan base. Just talk about how, these fans have supported you and your time in the NFL and what kind of inspiration you get from this Broncos country, this fan base.
It's been awesome. When I got drafted here in 2010, I didn't know what I was getting myself into as far as that goes. And going into my fourth year now, I realize how great the fan base is here. I love the city of Denver. I love the organization. It is a great place. And from stories around the league that I've heard talking to guys from different teams, it is a special place. And, that's great to know. And, hopefully I'll be a Bronco for a long time, but, we'll see what happens.
Hard work and talent. Zane Beadles has that. The Zane Beadles Parade Foundation. Again, Cakes for Cancer. The inaugural event, Cakes for Cancer, is the Pancake Breakfast on Sunday, September 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the XDO Event Center in Denver. All proceeds from the Pancake Breakfast, which is open to the public, will be gifted to the families of Brent's Place. Zane, again, I appreciate your time. Thanks very much for your hard work on and off the field. And I'll see you Monday out at Dove Valley.
No problem. I do want to interject one thing. People can get more information and register for the event at zanesparade.org.
zanesparade.org. Okay, We'll continue to promote that as the event draws closer. Zane, my man, be good. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right, there we go. On our Infinity of Denver VIP line, Zane Beadles, Broncos left guard. Again, zanesparade.org. zanesparade.org. For more event information and to register for the event, the Cakes for Cancer Pancake Breakfast, Sunday, September 8th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the XDO Event Center.